Hello, this is Imp Stocks and hashtag 039, Carry ArcTac, providing you with your daily Tesla report for Wednesday, January 15, 2025. Prior to diving into the charts, I would like to point out that Imp Stocks released a stock pick on improved drainage systems on Tuesday. I believe that to be the WMS emblem. Yes, that and hashtag 039, S exactly where it is. You can view it for free, but that and hashtag 039, S about as much as I can say about it without really giving away premium stuff. By visiting Imp Stock and utilizing our complimentary 5-day trial. Additionally, you will receive 2 stock selections per week, Daily Triple Q, Daily SPY, and Weekly Apple Stock Analysis. We and hashtag 039, VE already released the one I mentioned, and so on. Take a look at Imp Stock. U1 and hashtag 039, T regretted, in my opinion. Accordingly, we issued a buy signal for Tesla on this weekly chart, which you can view here. About 7 weeks ago, it sent a buy signal, and it closed above the 2-year channel top of 341.72. Is it 2 years? Low, January 23rd, high, January 25th. Nearly 2 years of channel top. No, 2-year channel top. Furthermore, after that, we were expecting 50,422 as a roughly 3 to 5 month target. 3 or 4 weeks later, we were on the verge of testing it, but we fell back and closed a few weeks ago below this rising channel bottom, which triggered a sell signal expecting $341.72, and we are still expecting $341.72 if we are unable to rise and over $431.53, indicating that this is a sellable resistance area. However, if we test it, we might simply revert to a sort of channel support and trade within this region for a week or two before the market tips its hand in the right direction, or whatever direction it may be. We have a 2 to 3 week buy signal up to that 504.22 5-year channel top if it and hashtag 039, S up and we close above 431.53. However, the emphasis is still very much in place at the moment. In fact, we closed below the 3-week channel peak, which is currently at 394.85. There was a lot of back and forth, a slice and dice this channel top on Tuesday, but we haven and hashtag 039, closed above it since it was formed. Is it still important? Indeed. I believe that within a few days, if we close above 394.85, we should at least see 431.53. However, I and hashtag 039, V loosened up on it as an intraday pivot point for the time being. Yes, the market has space to test 431.53 today, where we might set a weekly high, provided we open above 394.85. I and hashtag 039, am still expecting this market to move south to the 341.72 long-term channel top that I previously displayed, where we may bottom out through the first quarter into the second quarter. This is a good swing trade opportunity that is not just 3 to 5 days, but yes, even 2 to 3 weeks, at 431.53. Let and hashtag 039, S also talk about the drawbacks. I just brought up the falling channel top at 394.85. There is a newly established channel bottom at 375.02 if we break or open below it. The low settlement price of 379.28 from a few weeks ago is still in effect. To create space for 375.02, we have just made it a minor point. I do believe that daily selling forces may be contained at 375.02. We may be able to round up to 431.53 from here in 3 to 5 days. I have discussed this there. The swing trade for 3 to 5 days is selling at 435.53. Selling it short and repurchasing it at 375.02 would be that. You can purchase 375.02, but you just want to see the market bounce beautifully off of it by the closing bell. In an ideal world, the market would close above 394.85 after testing 375.02. Today, which should provide it ample short-term momentum. Yield within a few days at 431.53 formation. However, closing below 3.7502 is regarded as a possibility, and if it occurs today, the goal price of 3.4172 should be reached in another 3 to 5 days. As long as we are holding below the 4.3153 level, I consider a violation of 3.7502 to be an eventuality and call 3.4172 a targeted support level. Returning to this, however, 3 to 5 day swing traders are out of long positions if we close below 375.02, they may even reverse and play the short side of the market into the next week. 341.72, a target below 375.02 for 3 to 5 days. 341.72, which managed to keep selling under control until the second quarter. And after testing 341.72 for 2 to 3 to 5 months, we can round up into the low 500 range. Let and hashtag 039s recap the upside, which means that if we are just open, I believe, above 394.85, we may see 431.53 today. The level to sell for the day and the remainder of the week is 431.53, although there are well-chosen minor resistance levels all the way up. In my opinion, the market is somewhat defensive going into February trading, so certainly, even through the remainder of January. Below 431.53, with 341.72 anticipated in the following 2 to 3 weeks. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, we should see the top of the 504.22 5-year channel if we manage to break through and truly close above 431.53. Pushing past 431.53 does indicate 444.41 on an intraday basis, which is a 5.8 upside Fibonacci over the previous month of trading. However, given that the market is closing above 431.53, IDON and hashtag 039, see any compelling reason to short Tesla for the next 3 to 5 days, and I anticipate 504.22 over the next 2 to 3 weeks, when the market may top out quarterly, maybe into the following year. Above 504.22, we would have a strong long-term buy signal, but there is little use in getting there. I just want to leave you with the idea that 504.22 should appear in 2 to 3 weeks if we close above 431.53. In the interim, we ought to test 341.72 over the same time frame. Have a great evening, and please hit the like, share, and subscribe, buttons. I and hashtag 039, be back tomorrow, of course, with Thursday and hashtag 039s Tesla.